to be very careful with him because that blister can arise due to the moisture. So Tommy Hotovy told me they will be wiping off his finger a lot during the game. So if you see him do that even in between pitches, that's what they're trying to avoid, is re-aggravating that blister.
All right, well, keep our fingers crossed as we watch Cabrera, and hopefully he delivers a good effort here in this one.
Yeah, welcome back, Big Smooth. His first start since May 20th due to that blister. He'll use that changeup 32% of the time, second most in MLB for a starting pitcher, and he's been really good off the jump. First innings, he is not yet allowed a run, and knock on wood. Hopefully that remains the case. So lasers on the blister. You know, back in my day, it was a pickle juice, and the technology changed dramatically.
From pickle juice to lasers.
Yeah.
I know it. Let's check out the Giants lineup. It is presented by Ford. And for the Giants this season, 13th in the NL out of 15 teams, 26 in the majors out of 30 in runs per game. It's been a tough go. One guy that's been hot, their new leadoff guy, Casey Schmidt, followed by Devers and Arise, Adames, Lee, Bryce Eldridge, their big-time prospect, Chapman, Susac, and Gilbert. Folks, AbbVie and the Chicago Cubs are teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 241 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour. For each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley this season, AbbVie will donate $241 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities.
Let's go. 1 hour rain delay. It's time to rock and roll here. And the latest report I got, Boog, was that we should be in the clear.
We're in the clear. And if we don't end up being in the clear, all letters and emails addressed to Jim Deshaies.
Starting this game under a caution.
First offering from Cabrera. And that fastball at 97 missing.
Goes high, I guess. But you're going to see heaters at 97. The changeup he throws around 93 miles an hour. Slider and curveball also in play for the big guy. There's the 94 mile an hour changeup. Everybody relax over there. Deep breath.
Here comes a 1-1. For Cabrera, the changeup is huge. The curveball, those are the two that he gets his swing and miss on. The 2-1. Pretty good fastball right there. That was the sinker.
Yeah, so the sinker goes up at 94 miles per hour, as does the changeup. So it's kind of the same pitch. Or at least behaves the same way. That kind of looked like the changeup to me.
2-2. Yeah, totally. And that is effectively what his changeup is. It's just this ridiculous two-seamer.
Gets a real good depth on it.
On the ground, Swanson there to collect and throw him out.
Well, he's had a few days off, has Cabrera, and that fastball at 99 miles per hour. So he's feeling pretty frisky out there this afternoon. First time on the mound since May 20th.
Rafael Devers here, and a sluggish start for him. Only 7 homers. They made that big move for him last year, and really since acquiring him, he's been okay.
Yeah, struggled initially with the Giants last year after the trade, then picked it up, ended up hitting 35 home runs last season to combine between Boston and the Giants.
Swing and a miss, up and in, struck him out.
Just overwhelmed him with a 97 mile an hour fastball. You see Devers got a lot of moving parts, big leg kick, and he doesn't get it down in time. Good gas there from Cabrera.
Luis Arise taking all the way on that first pitch, and that's a strike. So Cabrera sharp here in the early going. Good try right there, 99.
Rise is kind of like Tony Gwynn light. Same approach, pings the ball all over the field.
Ripped right field, on the move Suzuki, and that'll touch down and bang up against the wall. Arise into second. I'll show you Tony Gwynn light, he says.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd say that as a compliment because, you know, Tony Gwynn.
It's Tony Gwynn.
But when you think of Rise, you think about him hitting the ball the other way on a line. This time he gets the head out in front of that changeup and almost hits it out of the ballpark. Something he doesn't do very often, just 2 home runs this year. A bit of a surprise party there from Arise.
So the double with 2 outs, and now it's Willy Adames.
I was just say, but this Giant team, as you mentioned, has been really challenged offensively all year, but lately they've started to pick it up. With 12 runs on the board yesterday against the Brewers, they had a 19-run outburst against the Rockies.
And that one in there for a strike, says Alex Tosi.
One thing a pitcher has to remind himself of when facing the Giants is they don't walk. So you don't have to throw as many strikes against this team as you do against many others.
The 1-1 broke his back, foul ball past their new third base coach. Yeah, lowest walk rate in the majors. So with the big league average right around 9, and there's a big gap between lowest and next. Look at that, lowest and next lowest. They walk about 6% of the time. And if you're rounding up, and I know you are, I mean, Toronto's at 8.
Yeah, the first 5 hitters in their lineup, the highest walk rate among any of them is 6%. So there's nobody up there that's quote unquote grinding out at bats, seeing a lot of pitches. They like to swing it.
One and 2 on Adames. Man at second, 2 down. Cabrera ready. And a check swing, appeal to first. That's Willie Traynor. He says no swing.
Yeah, Willie got it right.
There you go, Willie. A roller foul. Is he in a new bat? Maybe not. Willy Adames last year had 30 homers. He became the Giants' first 30 homer guy since Barry Bonds hit 45 in 2004. It's insane. I mean, it's ridiculous.
That's a long time.
It's a ridiculous thing.
In the modern era?
Yeah. Every team since the start of 05 had at least 6 30 homer seasons. The Giants had none. The 2-2. Left field deep, on its way, gone. Adames will touch them all, and Willie with number 10. And those are the first 2 first-inning runs that Cabrera has allowed this year.
And they come after 2 quick outs. Arise gets the double, and then Adames goes deep for the 10th time. They're trying to get this ball in on him. It's 100 miles an hour, but it's over the heart of the plate. And this is what Adames does. Puts the ball in the air to the pull side.
And it was scorched. Fly ball off the bat of Jung-Hoo Lee. Suzuki has it. And that's the inning. Giants jump on top. Cubs come up to hit when we come back.
Life gives us enough to deal with.
Back, bottom of the first. Giants have already jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Cubs lineup. It'll go Horner, PCA, and Bregman, Suzuki, Happ, and Kelly. Carson doing the DH, and Bush, Amaya, and Swanson. Kelly in there as the DH because Robbie Ray has given it up to righties, and he's held lefties at bay.
Yeah, here's a little profile on the veteran left-hander. He was the Cy Young Award winner with the Blue Jays back in 2021, led the league in ERA that year. .445 through 12 starts this year, and he's had a hard time pitching deep into the games, less than 5 innings in each of his last 4. And during those 4 starts, he's allowed 17 runs in 17 innings. That's an ERA of 9 with 13 walks.
Home road splits are weird, been much better at home. And his strikeout rate is the lowest it has been since, what, 2015? This is upstairs.
Ray debuted with Detroit and quickly moved along to Arizona, and that's when he really first made a name for himself. A nasty slider, right? He was pretty much fastball slider, got a ton of swing and miss on that slider. Not so much anymore.
Pitch in there for a strike. The other issue he's had this year, he's got the highest walk rate in the National League. And he also wears some of the tightest pants.
He's got his tight pants on. Who was it from the Brewers?
Oh, was it Kyle Harrison?
I don't know, because I know Murph calls whoever it was. He called his nickname for him was tight pants.
Tight pants.
Digging the shoes though.
No question. Right? 2-2. And Horner fouls it away.
And that was a straight change. Yeah, winless on the road this year. 0-5 with a .623 for Ray. And the long ball has been an issue as well. 4th highest home runs per 9 rate in MLB.
Horner pops it up. Shallow right center field. Lee Gilbert. And the catch is made by Lee.
3 guys in hot pursuit of that pop-up, and it's loud here at Wrigley, and both guys are calling, but collisions are just part of it. Breezy here today, but nowhere near as windy as it often is.
And they are fortunate that that didn't turn out worse. You could see Lee calling it. We didn't have a peek at whether Gilbert was as well, but
yeah, and when you look at the sky, right? So ideally, what you would hope is that, you know, you're calling it, but you're also waving your arms. But if the other outfielder doesn't want to take his eye off the ball because he's looking at that sky, doesn't matter what you're waving, he's not going to see it.
Pitch in for a strike to Pete Crow Armstrong. And again, as you mentioned, it's loud. It's one of the things, a consistent environment. We see it with teams that come in here for regular season games and not used to playing in front of crowds that are this loud. And I got it is not always going to work.
Yeah.
It's a funny one, right? I mean, it's one of the first things. Kids, make sure you call it nice and loud. All right, well, good luck trying to do that with 38,000 people screaming at you.
Yeah, and the fans here have learned over the years with balls in the air like that, so you can kind of hear them. You know, in a lot of ballparks, the pop-up's not going to elicit a lot of noise, but it does here because so many of them get misplayed. I'm sure all the chiclets are still in place.
Ray ready, the 1-2. To the right side and a rise.
Robbie Ray's got a little bit of the Monica Seles going out there. The grunt on every pitch.
Yep. First one to Bregman.
One thing, if you paid attention to Bregman's at-bats here lately, he's becoming a little bit more aggressive early, more 0-0 swings than we would normally see from him.
That's in there for a strike. Well, a guy who is known to be ultra selective has a really good idea of the strike zone. And early in the year was seeing the highest in zone rate of his career. It has dropped down now. It's about even with what it was last year. But he sees the ball in the strike zone more than most guys in baseball. And it becomes that thing, the conversation of selective versus perceived as passive.
Right. So you want to be selective because you know he's a guy who's trying to slug. That's kind of how he made his reputation, pulling the ball in the air. So he's looking for a pitch he can drive. So sometimes I think that leads to I'm going to take until I get into a real good count. But sometimes you never get there because you're taking a cookie early, and that's the best one you have to swing at. Not in this instance, of course.
Bregman takes ball 4, and with 2 outs, he is aboard. And it'll bring up Seiya Suzuki. Giants lead 2-0. The Willie Adames 2-run homer. See the numbers on Seiya. Game number 50 for him. 8 home runs coming off a rough May. We think about being process oriented. Hit the ball hard in the air on a line. His hard hit rate in May was the lowest of his career. Early on here in June, it's even lower.
Big hit off the bench in last night's game. You always want to attach a narrative, right? The big come from behind win last night, and guys that have been struggling contributed. So start talking about esoteric terms like momentum, and we'll see. We'll see if there's a bounce.
The 1-1.
I will say this: I'm guessing the Cub players came to the ballpark in a better frame of mind today than they have in a good long while.
What about broadcasting momentum? Like, where's your head at?
Well, I'm fired up. I had 2 days off. I missed maybe the best win of the year last night.
You missed the best win of the year.
Yeah.
You did. The 1-2 punched foul.
Because it came on the heels of that loss the night before, a game they let get away late. So. But I'm okay. I'm okay, Boo. I'm good.
All right. Broadcast booth brought to you by Budweiser. Cub fans for 150 years. This Bud's for you. Got my.
Gonna steal a bag today, Boo.
Oh, yeah.
Or make brownies.
Either way.
One or the other. We talked about the Giants being a team that they don't walk. The Cubs just the opposite. So, this is a pretty good matchup for the Cubs with Robbie Ray, who spends a lot of time out of the zone. The Cubs should be able to work some walks here today.
In the dirt and behind the plate, Susak can't find it. And down to second goes Alex Bregman.
Slatters buried it. RBI chance now for Suzuki.
Seiya awaiting a 3-2. And the pitch. I feel like Robbie Ray, if you look at the hair and the beard, he's sort of like the bigger, Russian nesting doll, and Tony Vitello is what comes out of him.
Inside of him.
Yeah. He's like the bigger version, right?
Body double.
Too high, ball 4, and there are 2 aboard. So back-to-back walks.
So, just looking at his recent outings and the approach that the Cub hitters have maintained for most of the year, it just feels like a game where it's going to be difficult for Ray to pitch deep into this ball game. Even if he's keeping the Cubs off the board, he'll throw a lot of pitches.
First pitch swinging, fouls it back.
Ray will do a lot of work top of the zone with the fastball.
Popped up right side, and Devers waits on it, makes the catch, and the Cubs leave a couple. End of one, it's 2-0.
Training, working with Cubs third base coach Quentin Berry, they talked a lot about just being more calm, getting better jumps, better footwork, everything that goes into playing that position. But you know, Seiya, he likes to joke around, and so when I was talking to him today at his locker, you know what might be a little bit of luck is this card that's in his locker, because we know Pete Crow Armstrong, elite defensively, baseball BFFs. Apparently that card has something to do with it. I don't make the rules, Boog. I just listen.
So now wait a second. Does he has it in his locker?
He has it in his locker. He has no idea who brought it to him.
Okay.
But he wanted to give this card credit for step up in defense.
The improved defense. I love it. Eldridge, a roller, Horner, and Nico makes the play, and it gets the big guy.
That's a big guy that moves pretty well too, and decision time for Nico Horner as he charges that one. Do you glove it? Do you barehanded? Do you shuffle it? Go glove to glove, all those things. And his internal clock said, just go ahead and catch it and flip it. Get Brandon Belt vibes watching that big guy.
Absolutely. The giraffe, was it, or the baby giraffe?
Baby giraffe.
Yeah. Check swing did not go, and ball one. Edward Cabrera getting a chance to start here today. Hadn't pitched since May 20th. His 3 fastest pitches of the year in that first inning. So the arm is alive.
Good change up there. Ask Craig Counsell if you know how they would handle him here today. And he said, you know, we're not going to be too cautious. We'll pay attention to what's going on. And Taylor talked about the humidity in the air, that the blister might become an issue. But he figured, you know, 90 pitches. Probably would not go beyond that. But, you know, in the modern game, how often does that happen anyway, right?
Not much. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Chapman.
That changeup behaving as a sinker again. See the grip, 3-finger, little action diving down and in.
Speaking of that blister issue, it put him on the IL last year. It's something he has dealt with his entire career. And sometimes it bothers the changeup, sometimes the curveball. And there are even times with the fastball it can bark because of just the spin.
The friction, yeah.
Yeah. Daniel Susac here. Of course, his brother Andrew, one-time San Francisco Giant.
Traded Patrick Bailey to the Guardians. He has taken over as the primary catcher. A pretty decent number so far.
That one, a changeup missing off the plate inside at 95. Can you imagine if I put you in a time machine when you were pitching and made you watch that last pitch and saw a 95-mile-an-hour change? Like, it would take me 20 minutes to explain it to you, right? I mean, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't allow you to call it a change.
Right.
You'd have to show me the grip, and I'd say I still don't believe it. There's the breakdown in the velo. So, you know, not huge separation, between the fastball and the changeup, but it's enough, especially when he's throwing 98. And it's the action on it, as much as anything, is the change of speed.
Susac reaching and fouls it away. 2-2. Somebody made a catch. Dig me.
I'm going to guess that guy.
Dig me. I think it was somebody else. That was that guy. JD, break this down.
Let's go. Let's see. We got the shades on. Oh, yeah, nice. Left his feet. Good concentration. It's a big moment.
High five. 2 outs, bases empty. Giants lead 2-0. Top of the second. Swing and a miss. Cabrera, his third punch out. 1-2-3. Go the Giants. For an online auction that's going on right now, it benefits Project Main Street, an organization that helps those battling ALS. You can bid on game-used items, exclusive experiences, like calling play-by-play for a happening on Marquee. Auction is live right now through June 9th. Place your bids. Cubs.com/ALS auction. Carson Kelly in a swing and a miss. JD, there's breaking news. You ready?
What do you got?
First of all, happy birthday to Cub superfan Jeff Garland.
Happy birthday, Jeff.
Breaking news is dinner with us. That's the auction item. It's dinner with yours truly and Jason Benetti. Line drive, base hit, center field, Carson Kelly. And so it's dinner with us, and if we can find someone else, well, we found someone else. So it's now dinner with Boog and Benetti at Chicago Cut plus Jeff Garland.
Doesn't get any better than that.
So if you like Curb Your Enthusiasm, we'll just be quiet and let Jeff talk. And honestly, you know, if there's Larry's not coming, I'll tell you that right now. But
I might have to bid on that.
Okay. Well, what I mean, I'll tell you this. I think it'd probably be better if we just get you to go. Garland loves you, and it'd be dinner with us with Benetti, Boog, Deshays, and Garland. All at Chicago Cut. Dave Flom, you're the best. We're down and away. I thought you said you were going to get the Lou Gehrig ball. Did you say you were going to bid on that?
I'm afraid I would lose it.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed at Bricks and Ivy the other night that I got to scold you in front of your wife for not keeping any of your uniform. And she supported me.
Yeah.
She was like, every time you gave something away, she was like, you know, that's the last one.
Yeah.
You were like, nah.
Yeah. She's right. I just figured there was something left up there in the attic, and turns out no.
I still might get you that Mitchell and Ness Astros Rainbow warm-up. Your print, by the way, is going gangbusters.
Really?
Dog. Oh, it's like $2,000. It's not as high as T-Max baseball.
No.
2-2. A little bit low. Downstairs and T-Mac.
I think we need to get that price up. I need to beat Boog, people. Okay? That's all I care about. Also, happy to report the broadcaster seminar is sold out.
Yes.
Yes. It's going to be
amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for doing that, T-Mac. If you're signed up for that, you're going to really enjoy it. She does a magnificent job with it.
And Boog will be there, too.
And I'll be there.
It's going to be fun.
Also, a special appearance by me. Giants lead 2-0. Man at first, nobody out. That man is Carson Kelly. 3-2 to Michael Busch. And that one is fouled into the mitt of Susac. Struck him out. with one down to bring up the catcher, Miguel Amaya.
Crow Armstrong and Michael Bush, the only left-handed bats in the lineup for Craig Counsell here this afternoon. And you look at the left-right splits against Ray, fully understandable. He's allowed 13 home runs this year, and they've all come to right-handed batters.
Funny, we talk about splits a lot, but nowadays most teams, I'm not going to say every team, certainly not, but I'd say at least half, they have projection models that are based on platoon splits, but then also pitch types, swing types.
Yeah, if a certain guy throws a lot of high fastballs, you might have a guy on your club that's really good at getting on top of that high heater. So even if he's not your everyday guy, he might get a start. Guys that work the ball at the bottom of the zone, you like those hitters who can get that low ball in the air, do some damage.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day when guys started to do that matching planes thing, and there was a little more uppercut to certain hitters' swings, that's where you saw the sinker disappear, because the swing matched the path of that baseball. Popped up. Adames ranging out. Schmidt coming on. And Casey Schmidt makes the catch. There's 2 away. And for a while, because guys were swinging like that against sinkers, even right on right,
Yep.
you'd see sinkers getting annihilated, and they really started to disappear. It is starting to come back. But there's just so much that goes into that. If you ever see Craig Counsell's lineup card, his.
Yeah, I used to refer to it as the matrix of outcomes.
Yeah.
This pitcher, this hitter. It's going to be color coded, right? And this guy, well, this guy, we like this guy against this guy. So especially when you're starting to think about late game pinch hit situations.
How about Dansby Swanson last night? Comes through with the big hit to tie it up. And I mean, at first base, he's pumping his fist. He took his helmet off and was yelling at the guys in the dugout. It's cool to see.
Yeah, just kind of releasing a little steam. It's been a real tough go for him. To come through in that situation was huge.
That one misses, and here is Dansby after knocking in Kevin Alcantara. Look at him taking his helmet off. Let's please go, I think is what he was saying there. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a miss. T-Mac has a nugget.
He was very vocal post-game, pretty honest. He said, and I quote, "Not playing well stinks." So he said, I haven't been through a stretch like this since my rookie season. So coming to the ballpark every day when the offense isn't going your way, still having the mindset of I can impact winning. So he certainly let out that emotion because he helped the team win in that moment.
In a backwards way, the fact that he's such a good defender, it almost like exacerbates it, right? Because it's like you can't get away from it because they need him out there every day to play defense.
Yeah, and you know, Craig gave Ian Happ a couple days off recently. Suzuki's had a day off, and I know he's contemplated giving Dansby, you know, a little reset. But yeah, he's so important in the middle of the diamond.
Popped up, Devers makes the catch. About your local Hyundai dealer.
Yeah, well, Edward Cabrera, Big Smooth back in action. The Cubs rotation has really scuffled here of late, so nice to have the big fella back. Jung-Hoo Lee is on a heater, man. This guy's been swinging a hot bat. 12-game hitting streak during which he's batting .522. Over his last 7, he's 19 out of 29. That's .655. And against Robbie Ray, you want to be patient, not passive. You're looking to do damage, but you can work some walks, and we've already seen that from Bregman and Seiya Suzuki.
Big Smooth. Pitch downstairs. Drew Gilbert out there in center field for Tony Vitello. It'll go Gilbert, then Schmidt, then Devers here in the Giants' third. Giants at 25 and 38.
Coming off a 4-game split against the Brewers. Dropped the first 2, won the final 2 games of that series. And game 3, Logan Webb dialed up a dandy, 7 shutout innings.
Indeed.
And then a big outbreak game with the bats yesterday. Beat the Brewers 12-9.
Check swing, he went 2-2.
Gilbert seems a little perplexed.
Everybody seems a little confused right here. Did they check the swing? What's going on? Yeah, he definitely checked his swing. Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, Corey Blazer missed that. There's no question. Swing and a foul into the mitt of Amaya. It's a strikeout. JD.
Yes.
Every once in a while, I'm not like Rick Sutcliffe name dropper, but I do it. Yep. So you said that was so fast. The auction.
I'm just letting you know that I'm following along.
I get it. You're following the story.
Yeah.
So we got the auction. You got dinner with us.
Yep.
Dinner with us is dinner with Boog and Benetti. Now it's dinner with us is dinner with Boog, Benetti, and Garland, and you, if we could wrangle you into it. I just got a text from Scott Boras, who said, "I'm bidding on that. I will win that dinner."
Let's go, people.
That's amazing.
I think this shows where JD stands in comparison to me. Because JD, yesterday it was me who got invited to this dinner. I just got kicked to the curb. Now it's you.
we can sit at the kids' table over to the side.
That sounds good. We'll have our own dinner, Boog.
You know, T-Mac, I forgot that I invited you. Sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
You're going to end up with a banquet table at Chicago Cut.
Bet on that, Scott.
Cabrera ready and fires. Swing and a miss, and Schmidt is gone.
Cabrera is rolling. That's 4 in a row. Previous 3 coming on the changeup. This time it's the breaking pitch that gets the swing and miss. Four in a row, 5 total for Cabrera here this afternoon.
Missing outside, and ball 1 to Devers, who struck out swinging his first time. John Shelby, Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor hanging out with you. One dribbled up along first and foul past their first base coach Shane Robinson. They have a new third base coach, the veteran Gary Pettis has taken over at third. The 1-1, and there's the curve.
Backdoor curveball. Now he has the jump on Devers. He beat him last time, struck him out with a 97-mile-an-hour heater in. So he's got a lot of options now.
There's a 1-2, and that's downstairs.
Just tracked that one all the way like he was sitting on the change. Do it again.
Cabrera ready, 2-2 on the way. To the right side, Bush waits on it, underhands. Cabrera is there. 1-2-3 go the Giants. 7 in a row set down. 2-zip San Francisco. 6-5, we're winning is everything. Here comes Nico to the plate. Cubs trailing it 2-0. Top of the order. Horner, PCA, and Bregman against Robbie Ray. Cubs with a walk-off win last night. Off the end of the bat. Change-up. And 0-1 to Nico's. Last 27 games hitting just 193. His average has dropped to 252.
You know, it's all about ball and play for Nico, right? He doesn't walk a ton. Although walk rate is
it's higher
this year. Yeah. Yep. Remains one of the toughest guys in the league to strike out.
On the ground to third. Chapman takes it in. And there's one away.
Magical night at the ballpark last night. Cubs put together a furious rally in the ninth, and they culminated with this right here. A little softy in the shallow right. So Lawrence Butler out there, I don't think he got a very good read on it. It's really deep to begin with. Off the bat, you know, I've sitting at home watching on TV, and I thought, ooh, I don't think that's going to end well, but indeed it did. And then they just went out there and beat Pete up, because that's what they do.
So one of
strange ritual, you know.
It is.
Let's beat up the hero.
Yep. Rip his jersey and all that stuff. Chapman toes on the grass at third. Swing and a miss. One of the things with Pete we talked about against lefties, it appears even against righties, he's gotten up closer to the plate. And with that, you got to be okay getting jammed. He certainly did last night for the winning hit. So hit a home run, his 9th of the year.
Yeah, it's allowed him to reach that breaking ball away from the lefty pitcher.
And the breaking ball away, sometimes he's able to pull.
Yes. So it kind of forces the pitcher to go a little further away, and obviously it's a ball. Challenge for Pete is, can you lay off and force him back into the zone?
2-2, 1 out.
This is Robbie Ray with PCA up there. Whatever you do, I don't want to walk this guy. Pretty good chance he's going to steal a bag on me.
3-2 pitch. Good eye, ball 4. And Pete Crow Armstrong is aboard.
Third walk accepted by the Cubs here this afternoon. Ray, pretty easy to run on this year. 13 steals, 4 caught. And those are not horrible numbers, but usually lefties are a little bit tougher to run on.
Ray to Bregman. And Alex lifts it to center. Gilbert is there to make the catch. So Bregman, in terms of approach, you alluded to it, JD. He is being a touch more aggressive, maybe more than a touch.
Yeah, well, you have to send the message to the league, right? If you're so patient, you take that first pitch a very high percentage of the time, they're just going to throw it in there and get the jump on you. So you have to ambush every now and then and force the league to reconsider that scouting report.
I feel like that's something Joey Votto talked about in his career. He had to change messaging at times.
Yeah.
First one to Seiya is a ball. Suzuki a walk his first time. Cubs 6th in the NL in runs per game, 8th in all of baseball. And downstairs and Taylor.
And talking about changing the messaging, Jed Hoyer was saying before the game, with so much information available in this game, it used to be a couple of weeks that the league would adjust. Now it's within days. So these guys are constantly playing that cat and mouse, trying to identify the things that a hitter does well and does not do well, and they adjust quick.
And again, it's true that the adjustments. Mike Lowell, the former big league third baseman,
fine ball player,
really good player. He told me that one of the things that he would do if they were on a stretch where they were playing out of the division, so they're playing the Twins and then the White Sox, he might go an extended stretch, back-to-back 3-game series, swing and a miss, and take the first pitch knowing that they had the Jays and the Yankees coming up on the heels, and they're watching that so intently so that he could get an ambush fastball and he'd come out and hack the first couple of at-bats against the Jays or the Yankees, because the report would be, yeah, he's taking first pitch.
Yeah.
So almost setting people up.
Yeah. And you know, when you think of that, a lot of times you think about it within a game, but in this instance, it's a couple series in advance.
Yeah.
Kind of setting them up.
Suzuki reaches again. Second walk he's accepted, and now Ian Happ will make his way to the plate. Time for our Infinity Cutting Edge Moment. Experience their luxury SUVs today. This was a swing of luxury right there. I mean, a blast.
Yeah, 446 feet, second longest by a Cub this year.
Almost got out of there, but it was towering, glorious,
majestic, if you will.
I will. Swing and a miss from Happ. Anthony Rizzo being in the house last night and being excited, taking his shirt off, being acknowledged on the scoreboard. All of a sudden puts his arm around the person sitting next to him. It ends up being Danny Mueller. It was so great. We love you, Danny. There he is on the Happ homer, and Happ was giggling, and there's the walk-off. Into the dugout, a little apple juice.
Well, Ian back up there, same situation he was in back in the first inning. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. He popped up to Devers to end the inning. He's got to go into battle mode here, down 2 strikes.
Happ down on strikes. The Cubs leave a couple into 3. It's Tuesday.
By tasty trade, if the ball stayed on the mound, Cub season ticket holder Tina Dotzler would have won the $3,000 jackpot. Unfortunately, it did not. Tasty trade, stocks, options, futures, crypto. Tina, so sorry. So sorry. Not your fault.
Alex Tosi, come on. First one to Arise, misses the mark, ball 1. And that is in there for a strike. Cabrera gave up a 2-out double to Arise, then a 2-run homer to Adames. He's retired everyone else.
Arise surveying the field like, I'm going to hit it over here this time.
Line drive, base hit, center field. Man, he can swing it. They signed him to a 1-year, $12 million deal and announced they wanted to play him at second, and his defensive metrics have been good.
Yeah, I mean, the industry kind of ran away from him because he's not been considered a good defender, but he's played very well for the Giants. He's nickname is La Regadera. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but it means the sprinkler. He's spraying the ball all over the diamond.
JD, if we go on camera, actually we should make teamwork to it, right?
The sprinkler, the dance?
Sprinkler dance.
I think you've got it, yeah.
Okay. Maybe with the oven mitt next time. Deal one.
Next thing, Taylor will do the parachute.
Yes, you will. And then the one swing and a miss from Adames.
Looked like Adames was selling out on a heater there. Probably shouldn't. I mean, you can take his shots, and it paid off last time. 2-run homer came out a 2-2 4-seamer. But Cabrera has done really effectively today is run that sinker and/or changeup in under the hands of the righty hitters. Got to be careful in there against Adames.
Nice. Diving back in.
Giants don't run much. Just 15 stolen bases. Fewest in MLB.
In the dirt. Yeah, it's not particularly good or aggressive base running team. So Tony Vitello, again, options in terms of how you're going to score. Running is not really part of it. Two. So now 3 balls and 2 strikes on Adames. JD, what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking you don't have to throw him a strike. I think you go strike the ball, breaking ball away, or that sinker down and in.
Overcooked it a
the
bit.
changeup, yeah, it just wasn't close enough to get him to bite.
If you think today was hard, try living one day in this man's life. Liam's had 5 heart surgeries. Go, Liam!
One of my best days ever.
Little meeting on the mound. Amaya comes in. Bregman, Swanson. Michael Busch comes over. What are you guys talking about? Nico Horner out there at second base. Just hanging out.
Talking about how they're going to defend a bunt here. Well, I'm Tony Vitello. I want this guy bunting the way he's been swinging the bat. My goodness. 19 out of his last 29 coming into this one. 2 4-hit games and a 5-hit game in his last 7.
Changeup, but it missed.
He wears 51 in honor of Ichiro, his idol, and right now he's swinging it like Ichiro.
Foul. Good footwork by Shane Robinson to get out of the way.
Swinging it like Ichiro, both in terms of what it looks like and the performance. Drifting out on that front foot.
His dad, Jung Bum Lee, was a really good player in Japan, but mainly for the Kia Tigers in the KBO. Two on, nobody out. Cabrera, a 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And Lee is gone. That is a big out. Struck out a half dozen.
Another big test here with the kid Eldridge coming up. Light tower power for this big kid.
That one off of Cabrera. Everybody's going to be safe. And Cabrera showing some frustration.
Yeah, tough break. If he lets it go, it's an inning-ending double play. This one hit right back at him. Receiver Dansby's position. He's going to gobble that up and go a little 6 unassisted 3 double play. He tries to go between the legs to make that play.
Rain falling at the moment. We were delayed by an hour. Bases loaded, 1 out. Looking for a ground ball at someone. In the air, left center field. PCA looks at that as it lands in the basket. It's a grand slam. And it's 6-0.
Just the 3rd home run for Chapman this year. He got number 2 on Monday. He's been lacking in the power department. So they don't get their double play, and then Chapman makes them pay. Derek Haas, who hit a grand slam for the Giants yesterday in their win in Milwaukee. Very hitter-friendly part of the ballpark.
So Chapman, the homer with the bases loaded. The grand slam makes it 6-0. And the first one is Susak.
At one point in yesterday's game, the Cubs trailed 6-1 and were able to make the comeback. A lot to ask to pull it off 2 days in a row, and there's been a big issue for the Cubs.
Yeah, it's a problem. Bounce towards third. Breckman. Susak is out, and there's 2 away. What did you think of Shota last night?
Shota was weird last night, is what I would say. It looked really good early. Obviously, the fly ball that Pete couldn't find turns into an inside the park home run. That's not on Shota. And then he gave up the back-to-back home runs. You know, that wasn't great. But I would say he pitched better than that final line. Would he end up being charged with 6 runs?
Yep.
6 earnings.
On the ground through the right side, base hit. Drew Gilbert. Yeah, now Tommy Hotovy is going to come out of the dugout and talk to Cabrera, who's at 71 pitches with 2 outs in the 4th. And he's given up 6 runs.
Cup fans, download the Marquee app so you don't miss a moment of the action this season. Stream live games and shows anytime, anywhere. Scan the QR code now to download the Marquee app. Presented by our friends at Miller Lite. And then you can go bid on those auction items.
Yeah, Ball misses outside to the leadoff man, Casey Schmidt. Leading off for the 6th straight game. He's 0 for 2.
Fans making plays.
Oh, absolutely.
It's got a little ice cream in the helmet.
And that's for you.
Got the ice cream helmet.
Knuckles. Cubs arguably the top defensive team in baseball, and that's by outs above average, and then by, you know, the fan defense is
second to none.
Yeah, number 1 in both DRS and outs above average among all fans. I mean, it didn't even stop with the ice cream.
No, just made the play.
Intelligence Center, powered by CDW and Microsoft. Giants last in the NL, Cubs first. Cubs fans first in the NL, Giants last.
I think his son is like he just wants to be as cozy to Pop as possible.
Tell him the secrets.
Give him a hero, Dad.
Best. I love the woman, the row behind, just her jaw dropped. Yeah, the woman up top there is staring off into space next to. She was impressed by that guy's catch.
And the little guy in the blue T-shirt, he just wants to get a look at that baseball.
That's right. Fly ball, left center field. That's back on its way and out of here. Casey Schmidt with a 2-run homer, and this one is all Giants. It's 8-0.
Keep going back to that comebacker that could have been an inning-ending double play, but a lot of damage since then. And that changeup just finds the barrel right in the heart of the zone. To the wrong guy. Schmidt's been their most powerful hitter, his 14th home run.
Cabrera missing inside, and Devers is looking at him. Hey, what are you doing?
It's called baseball, my friend. Just pushing back a little bit. You're all right. It's just an inside fastball. It's all right. It's the game. Playing the game. Don't need to take umbrage. If it hits you in the ribs, take umbrage.
It's also just the game is emotional, right? You're talking about a guy who's got the 3rd lowest in zone rate among any pitcher. Devers with that single, and they will send 10 to the plate. Craig Counsell up the dugout steps. Phil Maton is up. Frustrating day, the return for Edward Cabrera. There were some good stretches, but overall the results not positive. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. And Phil Maton will take over. Just an opportunity to get him out there and try and get him right.
Yeah, Phil Maton signed. This was not the plan If you're pitching in these lopsided games, he was going to be a guy you used high leverage situations late, and I think that's still the plan. They just need to get him there.
I mean, between the Cardinals and the Rangers last year, he struck out 33% of the batters that he faced, and he had a 2.79 ERA. Sensational. And the Cubs did something with him that they rarely do. Give him 2 years.
Yeah. He's coming out that kind of year. He's got a pretty long track record of success in the big leagues.
The 1-1.
Something you almost never see from a rise. Swing and miss at a sinker in the zone. Maybe the highest contact rate in the sport.
Yeah, certainly over the last few years. Him, Quan, Nico.
He was trying to go deep. That's what he was trying to do. Getting greedy. Curveball was moving in on his hands, and that's the thing about a rise. You know, he swings at a ton of pitches out of the zone. It's not like he's super disciplined. He just has great bat to ball skills.
Amazing.
Defending the wicket.
Rise, a double and a single. He has scored twice.
Next 2 weeks for the Cubs, it's nothing but Giants and Rockies, two worst records in the league. So the hope was they could take advantage of this soft spot in the schedule.
On the ground, and Bregman handles and throws him out. Giants break it open. It is 8-0.
Take on the Rockies. 7:05 first pitch. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition the Cubs soccer jersey and a ticket to the Chicago Stars match on July 18th. Take advantage while supplies last.
First one to Carson Kelly is, he asks Alex Tosi, just clipped the edge.
Are you sure?
Ray back to work. That was the changeup.
Ray's in the happy zone now. He's out there with an 8-0 lead. Just one hit for the Cubs today. He has walked 4.
Robbie Ray, here's the 0-2. And that time Kelly wouldn't chase. Skies have brightened a bit.
Literally, but not figuratively.
Yeah. Check swing. Did he go? No swing. It's Willie Traynor.
Willie Traynor will have the plate here tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, he will. Robbie Ray, big time grunter.
Yeah, a lot of grunt. I think one of the things he could do is he could do a fastball grunt and throw a changeup.
Yeah.
Not a change of pace, but a change of voice.
Here comes a 3-2. Swing and a miss. And Kelly gone on strikes. JD, you know what today is? 41 years ago, Ferris, Cameron, and Sloan went to the Cubs-Braves game. And Ferris ended up catching a foul ball hit by Claudell Washington.
A nice keepsake for the young man.
I think I broke my thumb. Let's score. Nothing. Who's winning? Bears. Yeah, see, they know.
Yep. Seen a few people in the T-shirts or dressed in. Yeah, there you go, in character.
Downstairs and T-Mac.
You know, we're reminded of that movie almost every day for a lot of different reasons. Check out this. So this is in head clubhouse manager Danny Mueller's office. He has these Ferris Bueller cleats. Now, these were actually Justin Turner's that were created for Players Weekend last year. Play Ball Weekend is actually what we call it, which is coincidentally this same weekend. So JT had those made, actually never wore them, gave them to Danny. And so anytime you pop into Danny's office, you see those nice things.
Amazing. Great vest.
They should give him to Walker Bueller, right?
Yes. That one up and in. What's up, Abe Froman?
Where'd Cameron go?
Cam's gone. Cam got in the Ferrari and he's out.
I'm out of here.
Dad's gonna get him. Swing and a miss. If you look at those spikes that were created, he's singing Dankeschön. Ferris is singing Dankeschön on the spikes. Yeah, there he is.
There, yeah.
And he's got that sweater vest that the guy's wearing. There, him. 3-2. And that's inside. Michael Busch will take his base. When's the last time you saw Ferris Bueller?
That's been a good while, yeah.
Me too. I've seen pieces. It's
you're channel surfing and it's on, and you might watch a little bit.
It's pretty spectacular. Just there's in terms of just the delivery and the dryness at times. There's some really fun stuff.
I watched the movie about 2 months ago because it was on one of the flights I was on, the free movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Production has gotten so much better over the years.
Wow.
Is that the first time you saw it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, maybe I should go back to high school. The creative.
So you don't think it held up very well?
Yeah, it's just the outfits, very 90s.
Dare you besmirch reputation of the 90s? What's up, Cam? One out man at first.
So it's interesting, right? The narrative quite often in baseball and what we've talked about over many years. Well, once it's a lopsided game, the pitcher's going to be really aggressive and attack. He threw a 3-2 changeup to Carson Kelly to strike him out. He walked Michael Busch. So his approach really hasn't changed a bit. And I think that's more the norm. Guys just pitch. They don't really pitch to the scoreboard. Look out.
Line drive, foul. And you think that's changed?
Nah, I don't think it's changed. Maybe a little bit. Remember that was the argument with Jack Morris, right? When the
that he pitched
Hall
to
of
the
Fame
score.
debate that he pitched to the score, and that's why his ERA was higher. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying Jack shouldn't be a Hall of Famer, but I'm not buying that argument a bit.
My buddy Joe Sheehan, shout out Regis High School, did an amazing deep dive on the idea of did Jack Morris pitch to the score, and was that the reason he was not in the Hall of Fame? And you'd like a research paper extraordinaire, and the answer was no. And he was not saying he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. He was just saying the reason for the results were not because he pitched to the score. Maya down on strikes.
The bottom line is pitchers don't like to give up runs, so they're going to pitch however they think they need to pitch to prevent the other team from scoring runs. Now there may come a time in the course of a game in a certain count with a certain hitter that they change their approach a little bit, but Robbie Ray's out there just being Robbie Ray.
I will say, if there is one thing that sort of parallels, back in the day, even 30 years ago, it was a more fastball-friendly league. So you would get your 2-0 fastball, your 3-1 fastball, those auto fastball counts that don't exist anymore. And in blowouts, I think you might see a little more of them then. Not today, though. 8-zip. Settle down. Head.
Cubs baseball summer camps. Experience a full day at Wrigley Field, meet a Cub player, and get 2 tickets to a home game as a week of baseball magic and instruction. Enroll today at Cubs.com/kids.
Did you say magic?
Magic.
There's going to be magic?
It's baseball magic. Maybe a hidden ball trick or two.
I never got to ask counts, but I just, when the Cubs were in the middle of their, the losing streaks reaching 7, 8, 9, 10, you think about, different personalities, different managers. You contrast him with Joe Madden. Could you imagine if Counts had showed up like full tuxedo and top hat and he had learned some magic tricks and decided to.
Today, boys, I'm going to pull a rabbit out of my hat and we're going to score 7 runs.
Pick a card, any card. The super stoic Craig Counsell doing magic.
Clark can juggle.
Yeah, he can. Look at him.
Yeah, oh, boy, smarter than the average bear, that one.
JD, it's not an auction item, and then I'm just talking out loud because it's 8-0. But Clark did text me, and he wants to go to breakfast with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Someplace that has really good honey.
Yeah, honey. Maybe a little salmon.
Yeah, honey and salmon. Broadcast booth brought to you by Budweiser. Cub fans for 150 years. This Bud's for you. Oh, my bad.
I don't think you're going to be stealing down 8, Boo.
No, you're not. Well, we were in the clubhouse the other day, and it was T-Mac got her sliding mitt. Michael Busch came out, and we were desperately trying to talk him into using her sliding mitt. And Michael Busch is getting super uncomfortable. T-Mac, yes, we see it. The best part of the whole interaction is Michael Busch looks at her oven mitt and goes, "You have the Cubs logo on your oven mitt?"
He was jealous.
And he was jealous. And Scott from Evo Shield Wilson was there, and he's like, "You want one with the Cubs logo on it?" And Michael Busch is like, "Yeah."
They hook him up?
Yeah.
Well, then the other funny part was, I was like, it would be so funny if he was on first base and used my mitt.
That's correct.
T-Mac on it.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and said,
Wouldn't buy that?
I'm trying to get better at saying no to peer pressure.
It's really well done. It's really fun. There's a strike from Maton to Lee. Giants lead 8-0. We're at the top of the 5th. base hit into the right field corner. Suzuki will pick it up. Lee into second, and they've got runners at second and third.
It's not like the Giants have been tearing it up here lately, but they've got a number of hitters who have been swinging it well. So to that end, they're catching them at a bad time. Rise has been swinging it well. This guy has been unbelievably good. Eldridge is heated up. Casey Schmidt. I mean, they got a lot of guys that are feeling pretty comfortable at the plate these days.
Eldridge, the 0-1. Eldridge, when they drafted him, they talked about him being a two-way player. First round pick 2023. Basically immediately made him a hitter. He's learning first base. Swing and a miss. Maton gets the strikeout.
Well, he was sitting soft there, well behind that fastball. Yeah, apparently when he was in high school, he pitched and DH'd. He didn't play any other positions. So
yep.
It's a bit of a learning curve for him at first base or potentially the outfield.
First one to Chapman, misses low. Matt Chapman is the biggest hit of the game, a grand slam in the fourth. Made it 6-0. And then ultimately Schmidt, the two-run homer, made it 8-0.
The grand slam came on a bit of a hanging breaking ball from Cabrera, and it was right after the ground ball. Cabrera got leather on, slowed it down. Had he left it alone, it would have been an inning-ending double play, and he was clearly frustrated. And you just wonder how much that frustration led to the errant pitch to Chapman.
2-0 popped in the air. That one down the right field line. Suzuki near the wall, and that'll get out of play. The Cubs this year, 50% of the runs they've allowed have been on homers. It would be the highest for the Cubs since at least 1974. But right now the Cubs lead the majors in highest percentage of runs allowed via the homer. They led the majors last year. It's not what you want, obviously. Check swing and he went. But to me, the bigger one is home run differential. And the fact that they give up so many and they haven't really been hitting them.
Right. So you think if you're playing in an environment that leads to a bunch of home runs, you think you would hit your fair share as well.
Yeah. Two and two on Chapman. One out. Second and third. Infield in. Giants lead 8-0. Line drive right field. Suzuki makes the catch. Tagging from third. Scrambling home is Adames. Lee moves up the 90 feet. It's 9-0.
It's a 5 RBI day for Chapman. This ball, one of the hardest hit balls of the day. I mean, he smoked that ball 104.6 miles per hour.
Two down man at third, 9-0. And Susak bounces it to Swanson. He throws him out. Giants lead 9-0. We're in the fifth.
Camera powered by Nissan. Visit nissanusa.com or your local dealer. Ryan Payroll working the Megalodon camera today and multitasking. Getting a little chocolate chip action. Guy can do it all.
Bottom 5, and Ray delivers. Nico takes the ball.
So, you know, the Cubs had that furious comeback in the ball game last night, and one of the reasons why is because the A's had a couple of their high leverage guys that were not available because of the nature of the 2 previous games. So, you know, even if you don't come all the way back, and the chances of that happening here are, you know, I don't know, 0.2%. If you can put a little pressure on and get into the bullpen and force Tony Vitella to use an arm or two that he would prefer to stay away from.
Sure.
There's value in that. You know, just trying to be a glasses half full kind of guy here.
Oh, I know. Yeah, there's also ways. I mean, I think the other component is you can impact this series in this game.
Yeah.
Even by losing. Liner caught. Devers right there. Pretty nice play.
Tough luck for Nico. Ball really well hit. And Devers playing off the line. It's kind of a lean to the right. Was really training the first base umpire.
So 1 down, and it is PCA. He's got a 9-game hit streak on the line. In the air, softly hit, falling, ball spread. He's got a 10-game hit streak, a career high 10-game hit streak for PCA.
Casey Schmidt out there in left field has been playing very deep all afternoon. I'm not saying he catches this one if he's playing a moderate depth, just a little flare the other way for PCA. Schmidt has no choice but to sit back and play it on a hop.
We love PCA. Bregman 0 for 1 with a walk. And Ray pumps in a strike. By the way, did you see the Athletics DFA Joel Kuhn?
I did not see that.
Yeah. 2/3 of an inning, 5 hits, 4 earned last night. So.
Good luck, big fella.
Yeah.
Been around a little bit. Somebody will give him a shot.
Liner foul.
Some of the Reds sent TJ Friedl to the minor leagues. Called up Noelvi Marte.
Bounced foul.
Too bad Colin Ray didn't get the nod for this one.
Absolutely.
Would have enjoyed a little Ray matchup.
What would your keys to the game have been?
I don't know. Something Ray themed. There's another big play by a fan. I tell you what, the fans are performing really well here this afternoon.
Wow, that guy. You had the information on him coming in. Fielding run value off the charts. Right there. On the ground to third. Chapman to arise onto first, and it's a double play and a nice turn at second.
Tickets are on sale now for this one-night only celebration featuring Anthony Rizzo, David Ross, Jake Arrieta, Kyle Hendricks, and plenty more from the 2016 Chicago Cubs World Series team. Scan the QR code now or visit thevolume.com/lovable reunion to secure your seats. Motorola Razor replay, and Riz was into it last night as the Cubs rallied from down 6-1. Boy, Ian Happ, a big home run. PCA was the walk-off winner. Anthony's been in town all week. He was here for the Bricks and Ivy Gala on Monday.
Yeah, he and Dexter Fowler. Toby Milner delivers ball 1 to Jonah Cox.
I loved, we asked Jed Hoyer about it today, and he said, well, Anthony's doing a really good job at his job. Because remember, he's an ambassador for the Cubs. But I think what you saw on display is the reason that he endeared himself to fans while he was a player. He just has an ability to connect to people, and that's sort of what was on display when he went tarps off. Because that's the trend right now, Boog. Tarps off.
That's right. I don't think there's any question that he's the guy that people looked at, connected with. And the tarps are off right now. Those guys all going swimming? What's going on out there?
I don't mind getting my hand on one of those hats.
The white hats?
Yeah.
I think they look like, Navy hats.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I think so. Depends on the material. Got a little Gilligan action.
It's just a yacht rock celebration is what it looks like.
I wonder how many times the word bro has been used in that conversation today. What's up, bro? Hey, bro.
Line drive, base hit, center field for Casey Schmidt.
Okay, so if you've been around Major League Baseball long enough, you've heard about hitters meetings. And to all of us outsiders, we always wonder, well, what the heck goes on in these hitters meetings? Well, they change it up. So sometimes it's scouting reports, sometimes it's keeping the mood light. Yesterday, the Cubs, they went over everyone's first Major League home run. Well, if you'll remember, Moises Ballesteros, something special happened on his first home run. So let's take a look. Here it is, flashback a season ago. Anthony Rizzo announces his retirement, sits out in the bleachers, has a chance to catch it, and he doesn't. So Rizzo was in the hitters meetings when they showed that home run, and he failed to capitalize, and everybody was giving him a hard time.
That's pretty good. PCA not able to field it cleanly. I don't know that mattered much, but Devers knocks in a run, and it is 10-0.
Second hit on the afternoon for Devers. That Pete overruns it a little bit. Devers probably checks up at first base, but he's going to be given a double here.
Fly ball left field, and Happ will run out of room. The best part with that is it hit him in what would have been his glove hand, was that when Riz didn't make the play, he ultimately said something to the effect of, it's like he's all right. That's why I'm retired.
Yeah, I can't make the play anymore. Ironically, we've shown fan after fan making plays here today.
Mickey got the ball, right?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Scooped in the air. Deep Armstrong makes the catch. And the throw is cut. Schmidt comes in. And Willie Adames now. Well, Giants here 11-zip. The return of Edward Cabrera did not go smoothly.
Now you start thinking about position player pitching at some point for the Cubs. Hits here today for the Giants. Everybody in on the act except for Susak, the catcher. Everybody else has at least one base hit.
What do you think's wrong with Susak?
Focusing on his defense today.
High fly ball left field, deep, back, gone. Adames with his second homer of the day. And the Giants will turn this one into a laugher. Except nobody's laughing.
Yeah. Well, they scored 19 runs against the Rockies earlier on their road trip. This is a 10-game 3-city road trip that they're on. Adames with 2 pair here today. A couple of home runs, a couple of walks.
Baker's dozen. Milner plunks him with the sweeper. Tommy Hotovy out of the dugout.
It's going to put a little dent, obviously, in Hobie's ERA. He's done a lot of good work for the Cubs. He goes out there all the time. He's been really good.
Chicago fans know who the real MVP is of game day grub, cause no one out-pizzas the Hut.
So Hobie Milner just trying to get through it, get the final 2 outs of the inning. Coming in to this outing, Milner 28 appearances of a 2.28 ERA.
These games are not fun to pitch in. Lopsided game. The other teams, everybody's having good at bats, feeling good about themselves, locked in. I mentioned that Adames was the first Giant since Barry Bonds to have 30 home runs in the season. This guy is probably going to end up with a good number of those 30 home run seasons.
And again, playing his home games in a ballpark that is not particularly home run friendly to lefties. That's in there.
No, he's so strong, right? If he leans on it, it's going to go. He's going to pump a few of them out there into McCovey Cove.
Line drive and a base hit out into center field. So Eldridge with his second hit. Greg Counsell out of the dugout. And a pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Snake is in full effect. Look out, don't let it bite you.
Pretty long one, Boog.
Yeah.
Here comes Ethan Roberts. And he too has very good numbers. We'll see if he can shut down this Giant attack. 14th appearance and a 1.62 ERA for the righty.
Two on, one out.
It's the kind of day when you're down in the bullpen and the phone rings. You say, "I'm not home."
Tell him I'll call him back.
I'm out.
I'll call him back.
I had a dentist appointment.
Here at Wrigley, John Chambi and former Giant Jim Deshaies.
That's right. I was a Giant briefly. 5 starts in 1993. That Giant team ended up winning 102 games, but did not qualify for the postseason. There was no wild card back then. You had to win the division. The Braves won 103. Came down to the final day of the season.
Dusty Baker, the manager.
Dusty Baker was the manager. Right?
Hammered left field. Chapman, and watch that go. Second of the day for Chapman. And he has knocked in 8. It's 16-0.
Some days you're the windshield, some days you're the bug. The Cubs pitchers are the bug today. And Roberts really frustrated. He could read his lips afterwards. He said, "Why am I doing that? Why did I throw that?" So much the pitch selection, but the execution.
Not so much here. JD, while we have a moment, please explain the 2026 Chicago Cubs.
Yeah. How many moments do we have?
So many moments, and good moments.
Well, it's been obviously a crazy year to this point. Right now, the bigger issue is, and again, the offense has been quiet again today, just 2 hits. But they've got to get this pitching sorted out. We're optimistic with Cabrera coming back, and he had his moments here today. So it's one of those days. Could have been if he leaves that ground ball alone. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, he still has to get outs after that, and he wasn't able to do it. Matthew Boyd's got one more rehab assignment before he comes back. Shota's got to get straightened out. J-Mo's coming off a good one. Ben Brown has been the lifesaver.
Yeah, big time. Swing and a miss. Roberts, you can see the frustration. And a mock cheer goes up from the crowd. Folks, Marquee Sports Network and the Chicago Cubs are hosting an online auction with net proceeds benefiting Project Main Street, an organization that helps support those battling ALS. We have once-in-a-lifetime experiences, memorabilia, a Cubs game day broadcast booth experience, exclusive dinner with yours truly, Jason Benetti, Jeff Garland. Scott Boras bid on it. He actually did. Awesome. Chance to go see Hootie and the Blowfish and meet them and greet them. tell you, there's this other art print I was talking about last night. It's from this guy Dan Duffy, who does art with words, and it's a piece of art of the celebration of the final out of the 2016 World Series, but it's every score of every game the Cubs played. As Cox laces a single to right. Every game, or every score of every game, and it's autographed by Brian Rizzo.
I'm going to guess there weren't any 16-0s in there.
I don't think so. Hey, what'd Susak do? They struck him out.
He struck out, yeah.
Yeah, so he still doesn't have a hit, huh?
No, he's the designated outmaker for the Giants here today, apparently.
Yeah.
This Cox kid off the bench is 2 for 2. He was hitting 400 down in Double-A. It looks like he's got the hit tool.
Liner to left, Casey Schmidt, and the hits just keep on coming.
The more you watch, you think, the Giants, do they know what's coming? On that kind of a day.
First and second, 2 away. How's your scorecard?
A little messy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got way too much red on this side of the page.
On a game like this, will you continue to the very end?
Yes. I might get some things wrong in terms of some substitution.
That's exactly that's what
But she's here
She's
every
locked
day.
in.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's one of the joys of being a fan, keeping a scorecard. I mean, there's so many ways to consume baseball. Some folks just want to kind of hang out and chat.
That's what we do.
Pay attention somewhat to the game, which is also what we do.
Right. Devers going on strikes. Well, this one has gotten ugly. All Giants. There's All-Stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star ballot, or visit MLB.com/vote. Vote for the Cubs. That's what it says right there.
Carson Seymour.
Yeah, he is.
Making his season debut. Just up from AAA. The Sacramento River Cats share ballpark with the Sacramento Athletics.
Swing and a miss. Carson Seymour, he's from Temecula, California.
I think that's horse country, Boog.
There's Jonah Cox. He's out there in center.
Wine country too. Temecula. Didn't have to be.
You know, Carson Seymour started his college career at Dartmouth, and he finished up at Kansas State. So from Hanover, New Hampshire to Manhattan, Kansas. The Little Apple.
Dartmouth, of course, where Kyle Hendricks
That's right.
pitched his college ball. He wanted to go to Stanford, but they wouldn't offer him a scholarship.
Yeah, you'd always go to Stanford baseball camp, right?
Yeah.
3-2. And that's upstairs. Taylor McGregor says that people in Manhattan, Kansas will go up to you and they'll say, "Hey, what's Manhattan?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether that's true or not. I've never had it happen to me, but she's done it to me. Hey, it's Pedro Ramirez. And that pitch is in for a strike. That cup snake is hat.
Well, trying to have fun at the old ballpark on a rough day for the home team.
Yeah.
Let's go. Bear the load. Bear the load. Bear the load.
I love that we have Megalodon right out there, right in the middle of where the camera should be.
Okay, we're setting it up. Stretch it out. Stretch the snake.
Base hit through Devers. Suzuki racing for third.
Yeah, good swing, Pedro. Scorched 108 miles per hour off the bat. Suzuki, who took his third walk, scampers over to third. We got a Carson v. Carson matchup here.
Carson James against Carson Franklin. And that one inside. Ball one, no strikes. Line drive, base hit, Carson Franklin. RBI single, and the Cubs are on the board at 16-1.
And the crowd goes crazy.
So 2 on and nobody out. And it's Michael Busch. High fly ball, center field. Jonah Cox onto the track. Wow, that's a carry. And Ramirez tagging and moving the 90 feet.
Skied to center and just kept going and going. You see hopeful eyes there from Michael Busch. And off the bat, I thought that's going to be fairly routine.
So now it's Amaya with runners at first and third. And that one misses for ball one. Miggy 0 for 2. He's flied to left and he has struck out swinging. On the ground to third, Chapman, and they turn it.
These 50-50 raffle tickets starting at 10 a.m. through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle. Or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning.
Dressed in yellow, say hello. Can I buy a raffle ticket? Yeah.
Friendly fellow dressed in yellow.
Come sit next to me, you fine fellow. All right, Luis Arraez Garcia, 2 hits and a sac fly. It's a pitch from Roberts, a little sinker there.
And doubles to the pull side over Sayas' head and right. A solid single to center. Sac fly to center. So I guess it's true to form. You expect him to hit the ball on a line to left field here.
Foul ball. There's 0-2. And that one down and in, and Arise skips out of the way. Oy. The 1-2. Started to and then stopped. All right, let's check out the defense update in Conforto and Alcantara in left and in center. There's Michael, there's Kevin. Ramirez stays in the game and takes over for Nico at second. On the ground, Bregman nicely done. Spins and throws him out.
Mentioned earlier, we made a reference to Arise being Tony Gwynn light, and again, Tony used to really exploit that hole between third and short.
Yeah, he was incredible. The 5.5 hole, right?
All the pitchers of our era would talk about how do you pitch to Tony Gwynn, and generally the conclusion became, oh, just throw it down the middle, let him hit it, because you can grind away all you want. He's still going to, in all likelihood, hit it hard somewhere.
To third, Baracoto retired. Hey, you can still help support those living with ALS by purchasing an NALS t-shirt. Go to ivyshop.com and buy that t-shirt right there, and a portion of the proceeds go to Project Main Street. So grateful to the Cubs, all the players and the guys wearing those shirts, and to Joe at Obvious Shirts for creating a cool logo. We had people on June 2nd, JD, throughout the league wearing those shirts.
Yeah, great to see the support league-wide for that effort.
Yeah, some of the other guys, Jose Ramirez, Freddie Freeman, there's Schwartz.
Schwartz looks svelte in that picture.
Yeah, he does.
And he's never going to hit any home runs. He needs to beef up.
Cronenworth and Raleigh. Pat Murphy.
No.
16-1 here, top 7. Boog, JD, T-Mac, and Fergie. There he is.
Fergalicious.
Good to see you.
Getting ready to sing the stretch.
Indeed.
Emily.
Yeah, that's Emily right there. Nacho. On the ground, Bush. Get over. 7th inning stretch. It is brought to you by Budweiser for 150 years. This Bud's for you.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Cubs Hall of Fame pitcher Fergie Jenkins.
Let's everybody stand up. Let's go. What we need is more hits. All right. Is everybody ready? A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the Cow. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some more hits. Let's go.
Dansby Swanson checks his swing. That's a fair ball. And Devers does a little pirouette. Swanson looking around. The first base umpire, Willie Traynor, saying it's fair.
It had all kinds of funky spin on it. Looks like it's going to twist foul, and then it kind of kicks back the other way, maybe over the outside corner of the bag. That was really weird.
Very.
Devers looking back to make sure.
First one to Conforto. Line drive and a base hit out into right center field. Michael Conforto has been a valuable piece this season. Comes up with the knock.
Fergie, a pitcher right through and through. Cubs have given up 16 runs today, and he sings and says, "What we need are more hits."
To third, and that's a fair ball. Long throw in time. It's a nice play over there.
Who is that third base?
I believe that's
not Matt Chapman.
No, it's not. I believe that's Buddy Kennedy.
Buddy Kennedy.
Yeah. Casey Schmidt's playing shortstop.
It's starting to look like a spring training game.
Yeah, it is.
Cox has moved over to left. He's in center. Hunter Pence is out there.
In the air. All Giants end to 7-16-1.
Initiative, AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. So amongst all the carnage, there was 9 punch-outs. Next out of the chute is Caleb Thielbar.
Hopefully rack up some jingle for AbbVie and Cubs charities, right?
Yeah, that's what we look on the bright side of life.
No question.
ERA took a little bit of a hit last time out. He gave up a couple runs against the A's. Cubs let that 4-2 lead get away. And on Wednesday, but overall, Cubs bullpen, especially of late, has been good. A 2.39 ERA over the last 20 games coming into today. That obviously took a pretty good hit.
Breaking ball misses outside. Yeah, Cubs bullpen ranks 6th in the NL, 9th in baseball in earned run average. It's the starters at 26th. Popped in the air. Conforto. And Michael makes the catch. Buddy Kennedy. He's playing third base right now, JD.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Craig Counsell saying what to Alex Tosi?
So, you know, sure they're not batting out of order with all these changes. It's not what we had on our card. I have no idea what he's saying.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Craig is satisfied, or at least faking it. 16-1. We're in the 8th inning.
Buddy Kennedy is the grandson of Don Money, who had a long major league career.
That's right.
Philly and Milwaukee. And Don, a member of the All Currency team with Dave Cash and Norm Cash, Kurt Schilling, Brad Penny.
JD, you know Don Money has the distinction of hitting the first ever homer in the history of Veterans Stadium.
I did not know that.
And did you further know that my grandfather was the head of construction?
I did. I was aware of that. Yeah.
He had nothing to do with building the jail. But it sounds like everybody's bat's breaking.
Yes, it does. Buddy's given name is Clifton Kennedy, but apparently when he was in school, he didn't think when they said his name over the loudspeaker in school, he didn't think that sounded baseball enough. So he went with Buddy, which was his dad's name. So he became Buddy and his dad became Bud.
Got it. Popped up. Michael Bush staring up at the sky. JD, what would you pay for a Pearl Jam signed guitar?
Oh man, I'd pay $11,000.
Wow. Well, you can bid on it by scanning the QR code. Proceeds go to Project Main Street. And our auction continues. T-Mac, you interested?
I am interested. If I purchase it, will you sing me a Pearl Jam song with said guitar?
If you're the person that does it, yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Would that be on air, Taylor?
Yes.
Yeah. You want to be
all the people to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taylor, pony up the jingle, and
I need to borrow money, okay?
I will serenade you.
Well, right now the bid is over $10,000.
Yes.
Pearl Jam guitar.
What's my baseball at?
Hang on. $2,100.
Okay, we're going to need to increase that.
Jeez.
Who's at $4,000? Come on, people.
Left field and Conforto. Rough day at Wrigley. Go bid on some auction items. You by Wintrust. Matt Chapman has 8 runs batted in, RBIs. He's got a 3-run homer and a grand slam. Willie Adames has hit 2 homers. That music is way too fun for what's been happening. The game has gone to the birds. That's right. JD, the music's too upbeat. We need like ominous and.
Yeah, the game summary is the poop emoji.
That's exactly right. The game summary is the poop emoji today. Fly ball left field, back on its way and gone, says Suzuki. Number 9 for Seiya.
Seiya's had a nice day. Walked 3 times and then goes deep. Home run replay brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. See more. But they're trying to run one in on him. He leaves it on the inner half. Good quick stroke.
Yes. Now, Seiya gets rid of the equipment. It is Pedro Ramirez. Line drive, right field, base hit. So Pedro with a couple of knocks.
Funny, you have a game like this, and the narrative afterwards in a lot of circles will be, oh, the Cubs, it was embarrassing how poorly they played. But they pitched terribly. They pitched bad. It's not like they kicked the ball around or made a bunch of stupid mistakes on the bases, and they haven't hit a ton, but it's hard when you're down as much as they were down early.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's frustrating how streaky it's been. And I think the reality is that a 2-time 10-win streak team or a 1-time 10-losing streak team, I don't think either of them are the reality, right?
Correct.
The answer is somewhere else when you're looking for consistency. I know. So something written the other day that this team doesn't have an identity.
That's just not. That's
just kind of a story.
Yeah, it's just things to say.
Slicing to center. I would also, by the way, make this
what does that
case,
even mean?
I don't. But I would also make this case. Yeah, it does. This is a great defensive team. Like that's the number one thing. Like this, and most teams would look at this position playing lineup and say, I want that. But right now, not right now.
If the Cubs were to come out tomorrow and Ben Brown, who's been dealing, pitches really well, and they end up winning a game 3-1, people will say, ooh, good game. Got some timely hits, played good D. Just when you give up 16, man, it's just.
Yeah.
We'll talk about a lack of effort, or somebody needs to smash something in the clubhouse, or the manager needs to scream and yell. And, everybody who's been around the game long enough knows that generally does not work. Well, case in point is last night into today, right? That's the kind of game where the narrative becomes, ooh, this could be the springboard to something big.
Or not.
No, or not. Not when your pitcher goes out and kind of gives up 8 runs.
Yeah, the rest of the story is yet to be written, but they still have a chance in the short term to win this series, and that's what you're looking to try to do. Here in the bottom of the 8th, and this one is all Giants. They scored 6 times in the 4th, and that made it 8-0, and then really broke things open with 7 runs in the 6th. Big day for Matt Chapman, who was knocked in 8. Tony Vitello got a good start today from Robbie Ray. Vitello in his first year as manager for the Giants, taking over for Bob Melvin.
There's Gary Pettis, his new third base coach. And Ron Washington on the bench. He surrounded himself with some veteran baseball guys as Vitello makes the move from the college game to the big leagues. It's unprecedented.
It was the Tennessee head coach from 18 to 25. That one back, and it's off the wall. And they're going to send Ramirez. And he comes in to score. And the Cubs get another one back.
The base hit. And this double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. For a moment, like I have a chance to get out of here, but it's off the wall. A little bit of a mishandle on the carom. Like Pedro was ready to settle in at third base, and Quentin Berry said, no, let's go, man, let's go. Let's get Miguel that RBI.
Here's Swanson now. 2 down, man at second.
Touchdown, onside kick.
In the air, right field. Lee makes the catch. And we are headed to the 9. How far did it fly? Brought to you by American Airlines. Seiya Suzuki with home run number 9, 387 feet. Score your next flight at AA.com. Carson Kelly is into the game, and Jonah Cox has left the ballpark. So Cox with the homer. That's his first major league homer.
That's what I was wondering, yeah.
So that is a David Ross off of Mark Grace.
You know, he got his first big league hit off a position player, too.
High fly ball, left field. That one on its way and gone. And Casey Schmidt has homered. Back-to-back pitches. And Carson Kelly's ERA, career ERA is
taking a hit.
Yeah, it is. He came in 8 career appearances, a 7.56 ERA.
This Jonah Cox thing is funny. As I mentioned, first big league hit came off Brett Sullivan. He's a catcher.
Popped up. One of you guys better catch that. All right, there you go.
And then his first big league home run comes off a catcher.
Yep.
I wonder if that's ever happened before.
First big league hit and first big league homer.
Yeah.
And not
two different guys.
Two different guys. Yeah. Yeah. 18-3 is the score. And Arise pops this one up. Bregman. And that is out number 2.
That's how you pitch Arise.
Elise Medeker standing by with the post-game show. And all right, Carson, there you go. I think they're going to take phone calls.
Bill from Naperville is not happy.
Letting everybody know. Yeah, almost.
Yeah, well, it would be understandable that things would go a little sideways here today. Dylan Smith.
Here he is.
Second appearance.
Done great work on the mound.
Pretty good chance they call him Smitty.
Ball 1 to Conforto.
Oh, cheese for you.
By the way, the Giants' largest margin of victory against the Cubs back June 8th, 1888. When the New York Giants beat the Chicago White Stockings 19-2 or 17.
What year was that?
1888.
1888. Well, it's just when they got started.
Who were you playing for?
I was still in the minor leagues. I was playing Class C ball there, down in Paducah, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then spent half the year with the Amsterdam Rug Makers.
They were a dynasty for a while, weren't they?
Yeah. Tommy Lasorda once struck out 25 Amsterdam Rug Makers in a game. He was pitching for the Schenectady Blue Jays.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Conforto fouls one away. Today Friday?
Tis.
Swing and a miss. Conforto is gone. It's going to be Landon Root and Ben Brown tomorrow. And the start time is 1:20. There's Benny. Jaguar at the plate.
Yeah, I was just to say, see if the Jaguar can lean on one here.
Fouled off at the dish. Went too far and struck him out. And now it's Alex Bregman. Well, JD, I think I'm going to blame you for this one.
Because, yeah, I wasn't here the last 2 days.
Yeah.
I can take the hit.
Okay. not wearing my red.
I'll wear it.
I'm not wearing my red glasses tomorrow. I'll tell you that. Nope. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'm just saying, let's go get him Ben Brown.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Bounce towards third. That's fair. Buddy throws him out.
I'll do play-by-play tomorrow.
Yes. Now we're getting somewhere. T-Mac, well done. JD.
Tomorrow's another day. Ferris.
Save Ferris. Ooh, rough one here. Giants pound the Cubs 18-3. For the great Jim Deshaies, Taylor McGregor, and our entire crew, I'm Boog Shambi. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Thanks for hanging with us. Your final here in the first game of this series. Giants win it big, 18-3. Tomorrow, another 120. Landon Roop and Brown coverage starts at noon. Up next, post-game live, Elise Menaker and Cliff Floyd. That is after the commercial break.